Well, hi again everybody. Welcome to my latest video. Well, along the same path I've been talking about for the last few videos I've done anyway, or at least most of them, I'm continuing down the path of going to live streaming. And I have another piece of equipment that I purchased that I'd like to review quickly and show you how I'm going to use it in my little home studio and even outside of it if I decide to live stream from another location. This is the Viltrox RB10 RGB and adjustable light. So it has the capability supposedly of being able to be used as a regular light, just like the ones I have looking at me now, which are also Viltrox, by the way. But it also can go RGB, so it can project a nice little color pattern onto a backdrop, which eventually I will have in here, a nice backdrop that'll cover up those windows. I can do several things with that once I have that in place, but that's in a later video. Let me open this box up and see what's in it, and we can take a look and see how it works. Okay, here we go. Instruction manual. I'll take a look at that a little bit later. I guess the warranty card you can mail in. This little pouch here. And as they said, it's got a nice little diffuser built into the top of it. Very light. Looks very similar to the back of my other Viltrox devices. Let's see what else is in the box. Looks like there's a box of goodies here. Okay. Get it all out of here. Okay, what do we got? We got a battery. I wonder if there's the same battery that fit in the back of my other Viltrox. I was thinking about getting batteries for those anyway. Although the ones I've seen advertised are much thicker, so I guess they have a lot more current capability over long periods of time. But chances are it's the same connector because it looks the same. It really does. It's just that there's two of them on the other units. Okay, got a battery charger with the built-in plug. Okay, that makes it handy. Let me go ahead and actually put those in. It's got two little holes here that I guess go into this, and it snaps in place, and then I can plug it in and let it charge. And then this looks like the little gooseneck adapter that I have on my other lights as well. So we've got a little regular tripod adapter to it. It's pretty standard, the same one we have. You can loosen this up and you can tilt it any way you want. So this will tilt back and forth. Tripod will have to go in here. And those are the parts. Now what I did is, this is a regular extra power adapter that I have, 12 volts. When I was reading the instructions, it said as long as you have a 12 volt power adapter, it should work. So let me go ahead and see if this does work, because the battery's not going to be charged anytime soon. Let me take the power off of this and connect it up. So if I plug this into the back of the unit, it does fit. And there we go. Wow, look at that. Big bright red. Okay, and I think you can adjust this to different colors. Wow, look at that. Again, I'll have to read the manual and see. Okay, let me go over all of the different operation functions to this little light. Well, it defaulted, but it seems to have a memory. So whatever mode you leave it in and you power it off, it will still remember that mode the next time you turn it on. So right now, it's in color change mode. And as you saw, if I change this, it's changing the colors. If I press it, it's changing the colors one after the other. I then use the knob to adjust the speed of that. So I can slow it down and speed it up, how quickly it changes from one color to the next. And then I stop it by just a short tap. So a short tap puts it into that spinning mode, a short tap it then stops it. Now if I hold it on a long tap, it switches to the Kelvin and the percentage amplitude mode. If I then use the knob, it's adjusting the percent amplitude. So I can go all the way down to 20 and all the way up to 100. If I short tap it while it's in this mode, I can change the Kelvin. So I can change it from a totally non-white mode at 2500 all the way up to pretty much a pure daylight mode, 8500 Kelvin. Pure daylight's a little bit higher than that, but this is good enough. So those are all of the operation modes, and if I then hold it again for a long tap, it will switch back to the color changing mode. So those are all of the operating functions of this one single button here. This one here is just a battery release button. It's nothing. It's not going to do anything, and this is the power button. Well, one other thing that I bought separately, and I'll put the links down to all of this stuff down on the bottom of this video, is a clip-on for a small camera or a light like this. So I could use it for both of these. Maybe when I'm, doing my my small sports camera and I want to catch it into a corner somewhere, I can use this. But it just so happens this thing pivots very well. It's got an adjustable little neck to it, and I can get it to go up like this. And then I can take this and I can connect it up to the light, pivot this a little bit, get it started first. If I take this and I screw this in here, it's a regular 1/4 inch camera connector. And then I could take this and I can put it any direction that I want. Let's say I wanted to put it up like this. That comes in handy because I have another spare light stand that I could use. So if I just take this and I can just clip it onto the top of that, and there we go. Got a nice light stand, a little mini one that I have left over from some of my older equipment. Or I could just use a regular spare tripod on that. But this looks like it'll work just fine as well. And I can clip this thing onto anywhere. So this is a nice handy little accessory to this. So I wanted to show that as long as I had this going anyway. And then I don't even need the gooseneck, although I could put the gooseneck on there too. And then it would allow me to pivot it and bend it up and down. So I may do both. So here it is, fully decked out on top of the little lighting stand that I have. I put the gooseneck on, which allows me to tilt it in any direction that I want. I loosen that up. I can tilt it down or up or any which way that I'd like to do it. It can also swivel around. I could turn it on. And I can light up the back wall like I have lit up right now in blue. Or I could go up to the ceiling and take a look at that and see how that looks up on the ceiling. As you can see, I can change the color to whatever I want. Let me cycle it to just put an accent up on the ceiling. So a backdrop would actually be able to do exactly the same thing. Let's come back down and take a look. That's it, giving an accent to my back wall here. Of course, I'll put it down to the ground when I'm doing it for real. And just give the back wall a little bit of an accent. Let me tilt it up. That accent goes all the way up in this case. It's not a white wall back there, so it's not a real color rendition of what it would look like. But at least it gives you the idea. Well, that concludes this quick little review of the Viltrox RB10 lighting unit. Nice little RGB colors behind it, and also it can go white if I wanted to as well, if I needed a fourth light. I have 3 of these larger Viltrox ones that I use for white light right now. I think it's a pretty good product. Anyway, if you got something out of this video that you found useful, please do me a favor and consider subscribing to my channel. It would really be helpful. Well, until the next time, take care.